welcome back to the Davy Brown 990 Restoration channel. For those of you that's new, my name is Barry. Following the receipt of some information from Cambell booth down in New Zealand, what we're going to do today, we're going to grind up a pair of pliers so we can get into the valve chest, get a hold of the top of that stuck spool, the lowering rate valve spool, and we're going to try and pull it out. So let's crack on. Cambell booth from New Zealand. Obviously been watching my videos about the valve chest, and I'll put a picture up here of the pliers he ground up to be able to go into the hole here, grab this spool and pull it out. But he did also say that before he did that he soaked this in white vinegar for a week. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give this a soaking in white vinegar for a week, and in the meantime we'll grind up some pliers and we'll have a go. So we've got a couple of bottles of white vinegar here. Wait a minute now, this might be helpful. Might be helpful in so much that put that straight down the hole into the bottom of the valve. Cambell says he did this, soaked it for a week, and it actually did the trick. Right, let's get some, pull the top off of that bottle. There we go, that's better, isn't it? What we'll do with this, after we're finished, we'll run it through a pair of old stockings for a filter. We'll put it over chips, won't we? Be able to do that, anybody will ever know. Put it through the old Deb's old pair of tights. Take all the lumps and the gritty, rusty bits out. There we go. So we're going to leave that in there for a week, and we'll sort ourselves out a nice pair of pliers to hopefully, can we get in there and see that? There's the end of the spool still sitting there. We'll get a pair of pliers made. We'll get in there and we'll try and pull it out. As I say, this has still got to go away to Bartley Williams to be rebuilt. I'd rather just be able to send him a full bag of bits and an empty valve chest and get it sorted out. Right, back in a minute. We've got a point in those pliers. We're going to cut the tip off, grind down the side so we can get into the valve chest, and we're going to put a nick in the end so we can get a hold of the spool and hopefully pull it out. I'm going to put you on time lapse. I'm going to do a bit of grinding. Alright. Made a set of pliers as per Cambell's photographic instructions, and look at that, the spool is out. The valve chest is completely empty. Yippee! I'm over the moon with that. Campbell, what can I say, mate? Thank you very much indeed. Brilliant set of photographs, brilliant little tool. Job's a good one, isn't it? What I'm going to do now, I'll get in here with a wire brush, clean all these threads out, and then we will just give it a good soak in diesel. Over the moon with that. Job's a good one. Thank you very much, Campbell. Right. So this is going to be a really short little video, but I'm going to get it out there just to show you guys and show Campbell. I mean, Campbell knows it works, but just to show you guys it does work. The valve spool really wasn't absolutely solid. Maybe it was just the fact that we could get a hold of it, because the instant I did put a bit of pressure on, it did move straight away. But anyway, the valve chest is now empty. It'll go away. Jolly good. Right, well that's it for this video. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something. I've learned an awful lot from it. But hope it helps somebody out there do exactly the same. Get their valves out. Champion. I'm over the moon with that. Right, well thank you very much, as I say, for visiting. Thanks very much for taking the time. Always I say, always appreciated your time. Right guys, remember, don't overthink it. It's just nuts and bolts. See you in the next one. Stay safe now. Bye.